Hello, everyone. Thank you for tuning in. I am Jaylee. This is JayLeesCorner. It is, what's that, y'all? It's Wednesday. Okay, this is another night of what? My nose running, y'all. Another night of pop culture, gossip, news, foolishness, and chit chat. Okay, happy Wednesday. Happy hump day to all the humpers around here. I hope everyone has had a great day. And whatnot. We are here for some foolishness or whatever. A little bit of this, a little bit of that, and a lot of bit of reading people for their foolishness. Okay? Now, okay? Y'all know Bishop Robbery, the watch along gonna be last. That's just what it is. Okay, so if you're not here for that, that's fine. That's fine, okay? However, we're going to have a little watch along of that man live from last night because he is a bit of a, a character and whatnot. But y'all know first things first, if you have not done so already, take a little second, okay, and subscribe to my channel to become a JayBird, okay. Now, also, you can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on IG, Twitter, TikTok, and stuff. Please like the video. Hit the like button. Okay, it's free 99. It's free 99. Please like the video on your way in. Okay, you can comment in the comment section because it's a conversation between us. Who was us, Jaylee? Who was us? Everybody. Okay, now. Hi. How y'all doing? Hello, everyone. Hello. You know, the signal is always being done. I don't understand. I do not understand. Okay. So I'm hoping y'all can see and hear me. Okay, but y'all know once it be crazy, I just pop off screen, it be pausing and making me look crazy. I gotta be like, and it's like, I don't want that. Okay. I promise y'all, I'm gonna call Comcast on Saturday. I promise y'all, I'm gonna do that, okay? Or I'm gonna pop off screen because it's no reason for the signal to be stupid because I'm sitting right next to the dang on cable box. The router thing is sitting right there. Anyway, and I'm using let me check this. I'm using the lowest resolution to my I'm not even on, I'm using 420 in hopes that the stuff will be right. Okay. Just saying. Cause I put it up on the 7, whatever. Let's just see what happens. Let's just see. Okay. Anywhere it go. Okay. Things are here to be discussed. Okay, because some folk around here being foolish, some folk around here being crazy, some folk around here saying stuff that can get them karate chopped. Okay, karate chopped. All up and through. All up and through. Now, okay, want to say hello to some people? I'm gonna pop back on screen because I'm as long as y'all can, because as long as it ain't being done, you're not gonna be done. Thank you for becoming a member, Carter. Thank you very much. Okay. Hello to the people. Hey, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Greetings. Okay. Hey, Mission in chat, looking forward to good times around here at the corner. Okay. That's what we do. Hello, what up to all the people? Good hump day evening to me and the JayBirds. Ready for the foolishness round here. I need to make some round hair shirts. I need to make some round hair shirts because wherever you from, that's round here. Okay. If you in Detroit like me, that's round here. Okay, if you from Houston, that's still around here. Mama send me the thing and remind me to make some round hair shirts. I mean, I gotta generate a graphic for it. Some round hair shirts, okay? Round here, wherever you round. Okay? Just saying. Anyway, I had a peanut. I feel like a piece of I'm not gonna say it. Because in my head when I was saying a piece of the nut was hot. I had to catch myself. But yes, okay, but hey to everyone. Hey to all the people. Hello. I'm happy everybody around here ready for some foolishness. I was up late last night. Bishop Robbery was on live for like 70, like it was a little hour. And I had to cut it down, okay, because he just sometimes talk too much. I just pop off camera. Let me know. I need y'all. Let me know in the comment section when I'm saying the signal is stupid. Do it look dumb to y'all? Because all I see is that one notch, and to me, one notch means I look like a pixelated mess. Okay, but if y'all gonna say no, it looks okay, let me know. Okay. I always get the intro. Yeah, and y'all know the intro is to give folks time to get in the room. You know what I'm saying? So it's like a 2.5 minute intro that give folks. I don't even come on live around 9:10. Okay, I wait for y'all to get here. I wait for y'all to get here. I then come on and let that play out for a couple minutes. Okay, it's just to give people time because I can't be here talking to myself. Okay, hey, my, that's my mother. Okay, hey, I want to talk to you, but love you. You know what I'm saying? That's the robbery begin. And I wish I could remake Tony anniversary. It's the robbersary. I'm gonna figure out a way to dub in. It's the robbersary. When that man Robert first come around here in July, I'm gonna figure it out. I am some kind of way. Okay, I don't know how, but kind of way. Unhinged is what I call it. Honey, he be on some fun stuff. Hey, that's my cousin. Here, love you. Here for the foolishness. I need a good laugh while I'm traveling on my vacation. Hide away. We're gonna laugh. We're gonna for sure laugh and stuff. Okay. I'm trying to say hey to everybody before I get in here, okay? Because you know what I'm saying, we all know we need some things or whatever. We chilling around here, all that. We all from around here trying to see stuff. Okay. I'm back, y'all, man. I hope it ain't my internet tripping. Cause like right now I see it like glitching, and I don't like that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, it looks okay. Okay, good. Okay, cool. So yeah, sometimes it just take time, and I'm like, I be feeling like, y'all know what I look like. Y'all see me every day. I feel like I don't have to be on camera the whole time, because when I pop off camera, I get the 2 notches. So I'm like, is it the camera? I'm like, man, look, I pay for internet. I pay good money for internet. I pay good money for internet. I pay good money for Stringer. I'm not using free Stringer. I pay $60 a month Stringer, okay, to stream all the time. So it aggravates me when I, be trying to come with the stuff or whatever, and I can't be on camera. But y'all know what I look like, okay? So if I'm off camera, I'm trying to make sure that the sound and stuff is what it is, okay? But I don't know, okay? Look fine, it's just in 420. Yeah, because I had it in 420 because I wanted it on the lower thing so that it would not be around here, being stupid. I just need to call Comcast. I really do. They need to come out here and fix it. I just honey, I be forgetting. Okay, but let's get into what we came here to get into. Now, main thing at the end will be Bishop Robbery. He was on live for over an hour. I cut the over hour down to about 20. I got it down to about 28 minutes. Okay, he talks so damn much, y'all. He talks so much. He gets on my nerve around here. Okay, but it is what it is. So that'll be last. But I want to get into a couple things. We're going to get into y'all know we do a little game things first, and we'll get to this little topics, and we'll do a little watch along, okay? So y'all ready to pick some people you may be with, you may wed, or you may send to the grave? Okay, is we ready? Okay, thank you for the super cat, girl, Lord Jesus. The super chats. The super chat for Summer. I get my words confused sometimes. I'm trying to think what to say, okay? And look, as Miss B said, okay, as Miss B said, who is a member and also a moderator, okay, you can support if you choose to round here. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to send me nothing. If you want to, it's on you. God says bless who you want to bless, and if you don't want to, you don't have to. Okay, boom. Members get premieres, okay? Before stuff premieres, the members get it the day before. So that is what a member perk is. You see anything that is pre-recorded first. Yes. Okay. Exclusive lives. I don't have enough members for an exclusive live, and none of y'all be around at the same time. Plus, I can only go live when I'm off work. That is 9 p.m. Okay. So the member perk is 1, you're supporting my channel, and 2, you get to watch reviews before they go out to the peoples. Okay. Always check your notifications and also the communities tab. That's usually where the thing is. Anyway, let's get into, okay, where is it? Yeah, people in New York, look, I was looking and seeing the sky. I'm like, it looked like the apocalypse. I was like, is that the air there? Now, it's wildfires going on in Canada, so it's right around here, so all the smoke is going. I'm like, that is crazy. So anybody in New York and Jersey or any city that is being affected, any city or state that's been affected by them winds and the fires and them and that smoke, stay in the house, get you a mask it on up, and be careful. Because I was like, Lord, the sky is orange. I was like, it's orange. Now, Canada is across the street from us. We don't have no orange skies. Our air quality is not the best. Like, they were sending us out air quality things as well, but we don't have no orange skies here. So it's crazy. So again, anyone who's in any place that has been affected by the fires going on in Canada, and you have bad winds and bad smoke and all that, we wish you health. We wish you safety, and we wish for a whole bunch of rain to put out all the fires over there in Canada. Why can't Drake go get a whole bunch of water and put the fire out? Somebody call Drake. Okay, somebody call Drake, because ain't he the Canadian that we need to call? Something call Drake, call Tory Lanez daddy, because ain't Tory Lanez in Canada. Okay, call Justin Bieber, ain't from Canada. Call all the rich Canadians and tell them to put their money together and get some water on a plane and put out all the damn fires. I said, I be going off. I'm like, what? But whenever there's smoke and whenever there's fire, it happens. I think because it is so many fires is why it's that way. Okay. It's getting hot. It's hot here. And when it's hot and it's forced or whatever, stuff catch fire and this shit just spread. So we got to get it fixed. I don't have a plan to fix it. I don't. My plan was called Drake. Drake over here winning millions of dollars of gambling. He can't spend that money on a plane full of water and fly the plane over the forest. Drake need to pay for 20 planes carrying all the water it can carry. And for it to just ride over the forest that's on fire and drop all the water at once to help potentially put the fires out. That's my only thing. I don't even know if that's doable. Okay, I don't know where they get the water from. I don't know. Okay, but again, anybody is in those areas, be careful. If you don't have to leave the house, do not leave the house. If you leave the house, put a full mask on. Okay, cover your face, your nose, your throat, and when you get home, give you a breathing treatment. Get some halls in your life. Get a humidifier to clear your lungs out. Anyway. I can go on forever. You know what I'm saying? I just want y'all to be okay. You know what I'm saying? I want y'all to be okay. So, first up, let's go. Okay, who would you wed? I still have not changed the graphics. Who would you wed? Who would you bed? Who would you send to the graveyard? Okay, we have Aldous Hodge. We have Lance Gross. We have Kofi, who last name I cannot pronounce, but he is the man who played Ralph Angel on Queen Sugar. Okay, if you had a choice, well, you have to make a choice. Okay, at this point, you have to make a choice. You don't have a choice but to make a choice. Who would you wed? Who would you bed? Who would you send to the graveyard? Okay, now when I was coming up with people, I was like, I don't know which one I would pick. I don't want anyone going to the graveyard, but I have to play by my own rules. Now, I think the first time I seen Aldous Hodge was when he was on. I think it was when he was in the show what's it called, Railroad Underground. He was an Underground. That's my first memory of him, and I'm like, ooh, he handsome. Okay. So, with Lance, I think the first time I remember Lance is him being on Tyler Perry's, what's the show called? Meet the Parents. Not Meet the Bronx. What's the House of Pain? House of Pain. Eat little sausage. Okay. That's funny. Anyway, with Kofi, we met him on Queen Sugar. Now, in my head, I feel like I would marry Lance because I've seen him as a husband and father. He's married with 2 children, with a lovely wife. I think his wife's name was Becca, I think. I don't know. But I've seen Lance be a husband. I've seen him be a father. I also liked him when he did that movie with Lil Mama. And he was the dude. It was Dino. And when he played Dino, I was like, oh, he had a little swag, you know what I'm saying? A little aggressiveness in his system. Okay. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna marry him. Okay, because I've seen him be a husband. Now, I don't want to kill Aldous or Kofi. Yes, Kofi was also on Girls Trip. Aldous was also on Girlfriends. He plays not Maya. He played Tony's brother, who was in love with Maya after they had sex. And it then switched him out with a different character. I think that's who he was, if I'm not mistaken. And saying, so I feel like I would, you know what? I would bang Aldous. I would bang Aldous because something about him gives me, because I ain't seen him in that light yet. I don't recall him ever having any sex scenes, but something about him makes me feel like I want to know what it's about. I want to know. You know what I'm saying? So I would bang Aldous. And just because there's no other option left, after I banged Kofi as well, I was sent up to the graveyard. Before I send Kofi to the graveyard, I would probably try to get it from him and say, hey, you want to go to the graveyard, without getting one off, right? It's going to get one off. So, yeah, but I would send Kofi to the graveyard, unfortunately. Okay? But, yeah, something about Aldous is just like, I want to see what it's hitting for. And I don't know what it's hitting for. I want to know. Okay? Lance in person, not even Lance in person, Lance in general is a handsome man. In general, is handsome. And I feel like, even for all three of these men, I feel like sometimes their photos do not do them justice. Okay, but they are still, three handsome chocolate men around here. Okay, and but Kofi, y'all know Kofi used to be one of my husbands. Okay, Kofi's also younger. I think he's like in his 20s, maybe 30. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Okay, now the next set of wed them, bet them, or send them to the graveyard. Okay, we have Usher, Tank, and Genuine. Okay, now at one point or the other, each of these men had sex appeal. Even if you don't think they have it currently, at some point in their careers, they were sex appeal people. Okay, I know a lot of folk think Tank is gets on their nerve. Genuine and them knees ain't the same no more. Usher running skating. You know what I'm saying? However, we have to make a choice. A choice has to be made. Now, it's also a hard choice. Because I feel like I don't want to marry none of them ninjas. I don't want to marry none of them. Genuine was married to Soleil for years. They had kids. I think they're separated now or divorced now. So we've known Genuine as a husband. I don't think Tank's married, but I know Tank has like at least a long time girlfriend. Usher, Usher has dated many. He's been married before. He has a type. So, for me, I think I would marry Tank. Only because I feel like Tank has a sense of humor, and I need a husband who gives a sense of humor. I haven't heard many problematic things about him ever. Like, he's a bit of an asshole sometimes, but so am I. So I think I would marry Tank. I would bang Genuine. Because when I think about Usher, I keep thinking about, what I'm saying? They say he got them things on him, He's been accused of having some, some extra, there was how he maybe, had an STD or whatever. Somebody, I don't want to bang someone who I know for a fact allegedly was being sued for, stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, chillin'. That's his boyfriend. Hey, Shawty. In the order they own them. Bad friend. So yeah, for me, I think it would be Mary Tank. I would bang Genuine, and I would just send Usher to the graveyard. Yeah, he got some extra seasoning on his on himself. You know, there's some extra seasoning. What Tank like to do? What? No, ma'am. Not around here. I don't play. Like this one here, I don't play. No. First of all, a part of me feel like all three of the men like they butt ate. I'm just saying. A part of me feel like they all three of them at one point or the other said, hey, I'm not doing that to nobody. It's not my cup of tea. No, ma'am. No, sir. Okay. Now, let's get over to One Gotta Go. Okay. Now, one of these couples, this is the couples edition. Okay. One of these couples would have to go. Meaning on the show they were on, they would not be there. The whole storyline of them would not be there. Okay. And we have Dwayne and Whitley from A Different World. We have Martin and Gina from Martin. We have Fancy and Jamie from the Jamie Foxx show. So these three, one couple has to go. So the couple and their whole storyline would would not be a thing. Now, I feel like it can go either way. It can go either way. Because, I think Dwayne and Whitley, the scene of him stopping the wedding and then Byron, I love her. And the fact that Byron did not, first of all, y'all do realize Byron never fought for Whitley. Okay? He ain't fight when Dwayne said, I love her, I want to marry her. Byron didn't say, Whitley, we are supposed to be there forever. He stood there and, let it happen. Now, Martin and Gina, I think we all upset at how the show ended. We never got a full ending with Martin and Gina. However, the story of them was still great over the seasons. Okay, Fancy and Jamie took them a minute, but they eventually got married. I do feel like it would be Jamie and Fancy. It would be. Because can't be Dwayne and Willie. Like, Dwayne and Whitley is one of the first relationships on A Different World that we did not expect. And then once we was teased with it, we could not, wait to see it, happen. When they broke up, it was so sad. So they will forever be great. Okay, I think Martin and Gina were an amazing couple. Like, they were funny. Even the fact they had that bad breakup, and remember they kept on saying they was gonna replace Gina with Tisha Campbell with Lark Voorhees, who played Lisa, and when they broke up, he dated Lisa, whatever. But they got back together. So it was, and even all the characters, it was just amazing. So it would not be them. Jamie and Fancy were great on the show, but I realized they weren't that great of a couple. They weren't that great of a couple. They gotta go. Okay. So lastly, for One Gotta Go, one of these TV shows will have to go. Okay. The TV show would have to go, and any spinoff it created, I'm gonna say. I can't remember which one I picked. Okay. So out of these three shows, only one show made a spinoff. So which show would gotta go? Okay, we have Moesha, Family Matters, and Sister. Now, I feel like I'm still mad that on Family Matters, where Carl Winslow played a cop, his whole daughter disappeared, and they never had a APB out for a kidnapped child. Okay, she just never came downstairs. Judy went upstairs and never came back down. You can't convince me that Harriet did not unalive that girl. And Carl covered it up. And Steve witnessed it, and that's why they allowed Steve to come around there all the time, bothering them because he knew the secret. Allegedly, I'm saying this show. But for me, I would do Sister. Because Moesha was Moesha. I'm still mad at how Moesha ended, and we did not get a proper ending because it was canceled, and then it was like a cliffhanger. I'm like, who was pregnant? Was Moesha pregnant? Was Niecy pregnant? Was Kim pregnant? Was Dee pregnant? Master P had been kidnapped Miles. Lil' Kim had a shoe. Lord. And the crazy part is I forgot they even replaced Harriet. But once you get rid of a whole kid, replace the mama don't even matter because you done killed the kid dead. But I would get rid of his sister. It was a great show. I loved it. I did. But I think both Family Matters and Moesha was on longer than Sisters anyway. Okay, so Sister would have to go. It got to go away. But I do wish they would have like reunion shows for these. I think, because everybody from these shows is alive. Well, no, I take that back. Because Moesha, Yvette is gone. Lamont is gone. With Family Matters, I know the grandmama gone. Grandma, because she was old back then. But those were the things for the games. Okay. Now, I got some stuff on my save things, and I just want to have a little bit of a conversation because there's stuff going on. But first, I need y'all to do me a quick little favor. I need y'all to like the video. Because liking is the thing to do. So I saw this and I wanted to discuss it. Former NFL player found not guilty on all counts in the murder trial. And the reason I was like, I want to discuss it was because I felt like the details of this story was a bit different. Because I kept looking into what happened. And so back in like 2020 or 2021, the man had an argument with his girlfriend. Okay, he had an argument with his girlfriend. The girlfriend then told her peoples about the argument. So later on at like midnight, her peoples, I think like her brother, and 3 other men came over to Travis's house. They came 4 deep, had guns or whatever. And things got violent. And so Mr. Travis Rudolph went and got his own gun and let off like 30-some shots. You know what I'm saying? Y'all ain't gonna come. It ain't gonna be 4 y'all at my house around here fussing with me, want to fight with me. Not on my watch. Not on my watch. He said, not today. Not ever. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the mama house. And the brother was there too. And the four men who came to the house like had their guns out pointed at them. So you can't be around here calling people, hey, come over here. And, I'm fussing with him and I'm mad at him. And you done called your people over there for some dumb stuff. And because, it's a stand your ground state, he like, look, this self-defense. Because it happened in 2021. And it's stupid. It's dumb. Because you done told people to go fight somebody or, get up in here and defend me. And they take guns to confront people at midnight. If you come to my house at midnight for an argument I had with your sister earlier today, you come for some time, you bring guns, I'm going to defend myself. Yeah, she told them people to shoot, to pow it up. Okay, to pow it up. And he pow their ass right back. Now, in him defending himself, 2 of the 4 people got shot. 1 of the people who got shot passed away. So he was on trial. Okay. Got found not guilty. Thank God. It could have went a different way. Now, he had asked the judge to dismiss the charge because I'm standing it's the stand your ground law. I shouldn't even be on trial. And they said, well, no, we're gonna still have you on trial. So thank God he was found not guilty. Because it could have went a whole other way. And people don't realize sometimes if you play dumb games, you will win dumbass charges. And to me, the people she called over there, one, look, nobody is happy about someone losing their life. Because in that situation, one person lost their life. But at the same time, what I'm saying is you can't be going around people's houses doing dumb things and thinking you're going to get pow-powed. Because you come around here, you're gonna meet your maker. God gonna say hello. Well, God, you're either going upstairs or down. I don't know where you're going, okay? Either way, you won't be talking to me no more. Now, the girlfriend who a lot of people are mad at, because of her being basically the one who caused all of this, I feel like her ass should be up in jail. In somebody's jail. I don't know who's jail, but somebody's jail. Okay. Now, speaking of stupid stuff, okay. Now we talked yesterday about, AJ. What was her name? What's her name on here? That lady AJ who was shot in Florida. The mom of 4. That's the lady who shot her. That's her neighbor. That's her as neighbor. Susan, last name I can't pronounce. Lorincz is the lady who unalived her neighbor, AJ Owens, who's 35, who had 4 children. I think the kids are like 12 and younger. And they say how the lady's, like her 9-year-old son was like there when it happened. So she's been charged, I believe, with manslaughter. Let me see if we can listen to the story.
Outside the Marion County Jail this morning, Randy, the sheriff has spoken exclusively with Fox 35 about the arrest and the ongoing feud between these 2 neighbors.
Hey, good morning to you both. And one of the more difficult pieces of information that's come out of this investigation is that Owens's children were key witnesses in piecing this story together. I do want to break down the very latest that we got from the sheriff's office.
Allegedly shooting her neighbor through her own front door. 58-year-old Susan Lawrence is charged with manslaughter with a firearm, a first-degree felony with a maximum sentence of 30 years in prison. This is Lawrence's mugshot. Fox 35 got it minutes before 1 o'clock this morning. First appearance begins at 9 a.m. We are in contact with jail officials about whether she is scheduled for that time. The arrest follows.
Lock her ass up. Lock her ass up. I feel like in comparison to this trial, okay, where someone came to his house with guns, getting violent, and he acted in self-defense. That ain't this. Because you antagonized that lady and her kids. You was waiting to do some dumb shit. 58 years old, shot and killed a mother of 4 in front of her children. So I hope all the food she eat give her high blood pressure in prison. I hope that at night little mice tails tickle her feet. I hope she get found guilty and she do every day for day for taking the lady from her kids. Okay, I hope all her hair smell like smoke forever. I hope all her glasses get bent. All of them. Now I'm happy they arrested her. We know that's only step 1. Now we have to make sure she is actually found guilty. Ain't no self-defense. Ain't no stand your ground when you shoot somebody through the door. They had no weapon. Kid was right there with them. So I hope her old ass rot. Sit there and rot. Just sit there. I want her to have all the bad food in prison. I want somebody to always take her food from her. I want people to take her milk from her. I want her to be in prison miserable. Because when people who we know for a time have been antagonizing someone because they, are RACINC, you know what I'm saying? And that lady for sure don't like black people. Period. Okay, because when people do stuff like that, you think because you have the right to do it. Because she also was calling people, kids, racial names. So the lady around here who did that, I hope until she do right by nobody, because I don't want to do right by nobody, until she go to heaven, may she be down here living with what she did. And all the cornbread. And we've talked about this before. I feel like sometimes we have to know, if you keep fussing with a neighbor, let the police handle it. Let the apartment people, like if it's an apartment complex, tell the apartment complex people. Because if there is a consistent issue between neighbors to where one is harassing the other one, if the complex does not act and evict that person for danger to me and my children, let me sue the complex. I hope her family sue whoever owned the complex, because if you are aware that this lady kept messing with folks and y'all did not intervene, that's on y'all. So sometimes we have to know, you know what? I can't even approach my neighbor because they crazy as hell. I'm gonna call 911. I'm gonna let the police handle it. So that way there's a record of the BS that the neighbor doing. And anybody who's out here just trying to stand up for their children against a crazy neighbor should not be, leaving this earth. If you want to fuss, and we can argue all day, but when you do something permanent, as in pull out a pow and pow somebody, you the problem. So I just want to say I'm happy her ass got arrested. Send her ass to jail forever. Now, it said that because it's manslaughter, not first degree murder, because they can't probably say it's premeditated. And it said a maximum of 30 years. Give her all 30. Give her all 30. Let her spend her last. Is she in her 50s? Yeah. Give her. She need at least 20 years. At least 20. Because I'm gonna be realistic. She may not get the full 30. Give her at least 20 years in prison, and I'm sure whoever in there is gonna take her cornbread every day. Okay. Now, speaking of foolishness, I say, what is in the air? What is in the atmosphere? Because what I saw, I said, what? When I hear the words again, meaning something had already happened the first, I say, what you mean by again? Something already happened? Did it already happen? I was like, how did that happen? So this man right here, okay, Ira Bernstein, okay, he's 49 years old. Now, he had just got out of jail because the first time this fool tried to hire somebody in 2015 to take out his wife. Okay, this fool in 2015, Bernstein plotted with his then lover Kelly to pay a car salesman $100,000 to unalive his wife Susan, and said, "Hey, either run her over or just make it look like an accident." I don't know why people is around here paying folk. I'm like, do y'all know that's illegal? Like, if you can find a website that allow you to pay somebody to do something like that means you're gonna probably get caught. Because I feel like a website of that nature should not be easy to find. And the fact that they, him and his then lover Kelly was going to pay the car salesman, Mark Kinsey Lewisat, okay, $100,000. Now, originally, the car salesman said, "No, I want $200,000." The car salesman was out here trying to negotiate his run over the wife fee. I said, "Nigga, what?" They got caught. Okay, so luckily the wife did not happen because the car salesman went and told the police. That was back in 2015. He pleaded down to, he was guilty of the husband got guilty of felony conspiracy and stuff, whatever. He was sentenced to 5 to 15 years in prison. Okay, but he got out. Okay, he got out, but again, the wife was alive. The fool got out. He did a few years. Okay, did a few years. Fool got out in 2021. So 2017, when he was sentenced, he got out in 2021. This fool tried to again try to get a kill. I said, how much do you hate her? They divorced. You and the lady were divorced. You'd already went to prison for trying to kill her the first time. He got out and tried to do it again. Okay, this time he his sister was in on it too. His sister, who was an employment attorney, was also arrested because she helped the fool cover up the conspiracy to kill the wife. Now, they have not said how he tried to have her killed the second time. Okay, the second time. How you try to kill your wife a second time right after getting out of prison? And the sister was, hiding the evidence of what he was planning. The sister, whose name was Jacqueline Goldberg, and again, she still works at the law firm. Okay, she was accused of helping cover up the conspiracy. She was charged with 1 count of tampering with physical evidence and 1 count of third-degree hindering the prosecution and 1 count of fifth-degree conspiracy. I said, these fools is crazy. And the fact that they had to say this murder plot don't have nothing to do with the first one because, double jeopardy. You can, if someone is already found guilty of something, you can't find them guilty of the same crime because this time is a whole different crime. I'm like, first of all, he should never get out. Never. Because at this point, I fear for my life. Because every time he get out, he trying to kill me. That is insane. Now, when the husband was saying this the first time, the wife was like, he's evil. He is evil. He risks having, especially his daughter killed in order to get rid of his wife. Because he would have had the wife killed and the daughter would have been with the wife. So he's insane. I don't know how he didn't get more time. If y'all see that man anywhere, run. Period. Run. They had 3 kids together. And your daddy plots to, I want to show y'all the girlfriend. Okay. Wait, where is that? This the girlfriend who helped him, try to get the lady ran over. She looked crazy too. Because anybody around here helping their boyfriend try to take out the wife is insane. Crazy. That's the wife. Jesus be offense. If you see this man anywhere, run the other way. He ain't safe in these streets. And when someone tries to kill you twice, hey, no ma'am, no sir, no thank you. I don't want him no more. I don't want him around me no more. Get him out my face. I don't want it. Not today, not ever. Because you did not learn your lesson from the prison. Speaking of not learning lessons, Blueface was arrested in Vegas on robbery charges. Y'all know we just talked yesterday about him being dumb, doing stupid stuff to piss off Krishan Rock, and how Erykah Badu just said, universe, do your job. And we see what happened. Okay, Blueface arrested round here. Now, Blueface, born Jonathan Porter, he's 26. I did not know. I be forgetting that these kids is babies. When I be talking stuff about their stuff, I feel like I be forgetting that they are kids. 26 is stupid behavior time. So now how he acts makes sense. He's a baby. He ain't grown up yet. Okay. Blueface was arrested in court. He was already in court because of a preliminary hearing for that attempted murder case from October of 2022. So while in court, they came and said, you know what, you're arrested, okay? And he's facing a charge of robbery. Now, he posted his bail and he's out now. We don't have no detail about what robbery. We don't know nothing. It was so many different reports coming out earlier, and we didn't know what was going on, at all. And I feel like keep us ass in there. Okay, look, we already out right now, because he posted bail, but he's a rough looker. I did not know. I did not know he was that young. I know how foolish I was at 26. I wasn't that foolish like that. Okay, I think my more foolish times was 25 and younger, like from around 16 to around 25, 26. Okay, that I started wising up at 26. I started wising up at 26. Okay, but however, he acts like an idiot, and I feel like if you already have a serious charge, because he was accused of like shooting into, I think, a car, and someone got hit. So you already had that going on. The fact that you were rearrested while in court. I told y'all before. I had an ex. My ex, I know my ex, the crazy one, the bad guy, because he had, some of y'all, I don't know if y'all do know. So y'all know that I am a survivor of domestic violence, and my ex attacked me with a steel baseball bat. You know what I'm saying? And he had a warrant out for his arrest. And because I knew he had and this was, I was 21, maybe 20 or 21. I can't remember. I might be 19. I don't know. But he had a court date. And because I knew he had a court date, I called the court and I said, hey, so-and-so and so-and-so who has the court date today, he has a warrant out for his arrest. And that's how he ended up being arrested, because I called the court and said, get him, okay? If you in court, they can rearrest your ass, okay? So somebody said, get him. Get him. But I do wonder if he knew he would be arrested, and that's why he maybe had bail money sit on the side, okay? But Erykah Badu said, universe, do your job. And they said, we got you. Now, while his mama was writing saying, Young Lee, oh, she's this. I'm like, the mama writing fussing about Krishan. You need to be mothering your child. You need to be mothering your child, because he's 26 and he's already blue-faced. Look, these kids in this industry, need Jesus. They doing stupid shit too much, getting caught up in stupid shit too much, and being reckless. And when your child was already caught up in the recklessness of life, if you as a parent ain't more concerned about what they got going on, you shouldn't have nothing to say about anybody else besides your reckless ass son. And you around here on social media going at Erykah Badu, going at Krishan, going at Young Miami, Carisha. Go at yourself as his mother. Period. Okay. Also, I feel like Wendy had we had not been discussing Wendy too much. Okay. Wendy was not on anybody's bingo cards to be having consistent conversations. But because her son, gave a story to the publication, the Sun, the manager popped back up and said, hey, no ma'am, no sir, not on my watch. I ain't did shit. So the rep, whose name, what's his man's name? Let me say. I forgot. Will Shelby. So Will Shelby seemingly was in her life before she, got to where she is now, mentally, physically, emotionally. He's the manager. Now the Sun was saying, I feel like management is taking advantage of my mom, and they don't care about her. They trying to get what they can get from her, and all this. Now his response to me was like, maybe he has a point when he said using her for what? Okay, so he gave a statement to the people. Okay, and what he said was taking advantage of her for what? To get what? To do what? I'm not here to brag, but I was doing just okay before Wendy came along, and I insisted on helping her because she requested my assistance. I think the reason I can see his point is because Wendy right now is not the same Wendy she was before. Like before, I can see her being a cash cow. We see how her ex-husband made all that money off her, and now neither one of them has much to show for it. Because Kevin need money, Wendy money tied up in litigation, and so people are not easily making money off of her because truly she can't do much, you know. So I can see his point in saying, what am I getting by what? How can I take advantage of her when she don't have much? I can kind of see that point. I still feel like no one is really helping her get better. No one, in my opinion, is managing the situation the best. Okay. Now he also spoke on the guardianship. He said Wendy is under a guardianship. Everything that she does gets approved by the guardianship, a court-appointed guardianship. Okay, so no one, even if they wanted to take advantage of her, everything has to get approved by the court. So any type of business dealings that we do, Wendy, myself, or anyone, we have to get the guardianship to sign off on it. So how can anyone take advantage of her? I did not know that. But even the person who's over her in the courts approving stuff, like, I'm like, she shouldn't be doing shit besides getting better. Some people think Big Kev was behind Kev. I can see that because Lil Kev never speaks out. So part of me do feel like, okay, well, why out the blue would he do that? Now, the manager also questioned Kevin Jr. publicly, being public about his concerns. He said, if your mother was near death, well, the first thing you do is call an online publication. Okay, so that's all I have to say about that. I usually don't do this. I only speak on behalf of my clients, and I'm not trying to have a debate with Kevin. You know he's young. He's a young man, and honestly, I feel like he's gone through a lot. He's probably dealing with a lot. I have a son the same age as him, and sometimes you just make poor decisions, in my opinion, and I'm just speaking for my son. I feel like Kevin Sr. and Wendy did not prepare Lil Kevin to be his own person. I think they not saying they were bad parents, but I feel like he don't know what the fuck to do because he's always had them, being parents. And now that he's having to think for himself and try to defend his mama, he don't know what to do. And the sad part, this is the sad part. I feel like Wendy's downfall was Kevin, that affair, and that baby. I think she stopped caring. She stopped, just being who we always knew she was. And things just kept spiraling further and further down. And now, like, it's just it's almost like it's no turning back. A part of me feel like had Kevin never openly been with Sharina, got her pregnant, had he and Wendy stayed in their bubble of delusion of a happy marriage, she may not have dwindled so fast in front of our eyes. Like, no matter how much we know Big Kevin ain't shit, I do feel like for a while he protected her, and because she had that comfortable bond with him, she was able to sustain life. Because no one can deny, once the marriage dissolved, once the affair became public, once she was basically publicly embarrassed by her husband cheating and having a baby and all that stuff, that fucked her up. That, to me, that because your health is attached to how you feel. So I feel like Wendy's body started to just break down because Wendy started to break down because of what Kevin put her through. And I think once that dynamic was no longer her safety net, I feel like she didn't have anyone to turn to, because Kevin had already made sure he was her end all be all. So she had nobody else. Wendy was always saying how she didn't have many other friends and this and that and that and this. And so to me, I blame Kevin. And now that she kind of doesn't know who to trust, she probably is working with people who she thinks she should work with. Because the thing about it is, we ain't heard shit from her. Wendy ain't said, we ain't seen nothing, and we ain't seen her nothing. So all we can do is hope and pray that she gets the help she needs. We can hope and pray that she heals. We can hope and pray that her mental state, gets better, and that she's not being misused or mishandled in any kind of way. Tory Punk ass Lance. Prosecutors want him to serve 13 years for the Meg situation. Now, I know some folks, 13 years, what? But the reasoning for it makes sense, in my opinion. Now, we have to always say, Megan the reporter has been doing an amazing job keeping us abreast of all of the things court related. All the court things going on in Cali. I think they're in Cali. She is always posting. I follow her. It's amazing. Okay. So Megan the reporter, I call her Megan the reporter. Megan the reporter was telling us, I'm trying to pull it up right now. Megan the reporter, prosecutors want to sentence him to 13 years prison time for the shooting. Okay, they described his campaign of misinformation aimed at humiliating her, and also cited his unprovoked attack of August Alsina. Okay, now she also said they had an exhibit with their 13-year sentencing recommendations with Tory, a recording of his April 25th Instagram post in which he falsely claims they lied and had evidence. Now we know he did that from jail. Okay, did that from jail. So you in jail saying they lied on me. They lied on me. They lied on me. They lied on me. Okay. Also, his online reach is worldwide. Millions of followers plus casual observers, and the defendant's statements emboldened his followers so that they too have been complicit in re-traumatizing the victim. And what that means is this fool was around here making things worse. The whole time he was antagonizing me. What I like, 13 years in jail for a crime where some people may feel like, it wasn't that bad. She didn't die. It was, some folks still don't believe you, whatever. However, if you look at what else he did around that time, all the extra stuff he did, all the extra lies, all the stuff he was doing, the lies the way he was trying to, maybe something, it was bullshit. So I feel like it wasn't that he did something, had some remorse for them, because even if, right, also witness tampering, shooting in a residential area. He had the whole son. So it wasn't just the one act he did. It was everything that went into it, because you randomly shot out at night. You couldn't hit anybody because bullets had no names on them. After it happened, the way you denied and deflected, the way you antagonized that lady, tried to embarrass, exposing who she has, all this stuff. So their point is how he went about all this stuff is the reason they're suggesting he do up to 13 years. You know, I feel like they're also saying, in a way, you felt like you would get away with it. You felt like you could laugh it off. You felt like you were smarter than the average bear. And sometimes y'all know that's how these courts be, especially with black folk. Because I ain't saying 13 years makes sense. I ain't saying that, you know, I get how that's a lot. What I'm saying is, when you play with the courts will play with you. If you up here playing with the judicial system, they will say, oh, you want to laugh? You want to play? You want to call us liars and call us and say we tried to, you know, you want to play? Okay, cool. 13 years. Now the judge don't have to accept that. He won't be sent. He'll be sentenced next week, next Tuesday. Now when he's sentenced, I'm gonna probably laugh at that. You know, right? He made a whole album. You know, they're making an example out of him solely because the whole time since the shooting happened, he has not held himself accountable for anything. He cannot think. Had he just shut up and went to court, I don't think the prosecutors would have suggested so much time. It's because you played in our faces for this long. And so we're going to play in your face too. Y'all know he did not think he would actually be found guilty. That's why he acted a fool the whole time. So next Tuesday, when he gets sentenced, we'll discuss what his sentence is. If it's the 13 years, if it's less, if it's more, I don't know. We shall see. Okay. Azealia Banks is a piece of shit. And I can't say that any easier than that. We all know that DC Young Fly's life partner, mother of his children, girlfriend of, you know, since 2015, passed away recently. Azealia Banks decided today to be her toxic self. She decided today to be the evil temptress that she is. Now, she posted these things on social media, okay? Damn. DC Flash for years disguising his own deeply rooted hatred of self as jokes pointed at women's beauty, projecting his own feelings about his own ugliness onto women perfectly secure in their own skin. Say what you want about my tears. They were pure tears of rage and not at all a sign of weakness, because in the end, I won. I'm happy I cried and moved on. That Jackie O girl must have been so deeply insecure about herself and the nerve of DC to call such a gorgeous woman as Azealia Banks ugly on national television while a bunch of black people laughed. And ironically, dead at 32. Exactly on my 32nd birthday, May 31st, 2023, in Miami, Florida. You niggas are going to learn to stop fucking with me. I don't think anyone gets how much the press from the episode derailed the success of Anna Wintour. I came to sing my song and go to home, and only at the request of my label. Then the stupid butch queens on the stage behind me basically making a mockery of it being a gay song, fake voguing behind me in their do-rag like they aren't all raging homosexuals. That thorn in my side is finally out. No way in hell I was blessed with this many gifts, this much talent and beauty to be a cultural punching bag for a cast of peons who wouldn't have a pot to piss in if they didn't have the court of social media addicts to gesture for. I do this in real life Is it Dick Lickers? Ha ha Ashay. So that writing was so loud, my eyes hurt. She was on Wild 'N Out, I think like 4 years ago. Okay, this is the episode. Now, Wild 'N Out is a show. If you don't have thick skin, I would never go on Wild 'N Out because I would punch somebody. Okay, Wild 'N Out ain't meant for me because I do have a sense of humor, but bitch, don't play with me. I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about my shit. I would not go on that show because I recognize what that show is about. It's a joke. They're made to make fun of stuff. Do not go if you do not want to be made fun of. And I also feel like the jokes are not really personal, but they can say something. They crack jokes on Nick Cannon, Nick all the time, on kids. You know what I'm saying? They always do that. On the show, they had a hot, I'm so petty. For some reason, she didn't find DC Young Fly joke funny. When they say, oh, Nick Cannon's so petty, how petty is he? He then said he couldn't get Cardi B, so he got Azealia Banks' ugly ass. But y'all also know DC Young Fly called everybody ugly ass, men and women. That's a saying he says, look, ugly ass. He even says it in a funny way. I don't think he be really mean in saying that somebody is ugly, in my opinion. And when he said it, people laughed. She got upset. And because I can't play the clip because, it's just whatever. Nick says to her, hey, this cat back. Like, it's a capping show, bitch. And he always say, you look ugly ass. But he says that to men, to women of any race. If he's, you know what I'm saying? When I think that's anti-black. Her reply to him saying, look, ugly ass, was her, she said, oh, that's anti-black. We should not have, any racial. I'm like, that ain't racial. That ain't, you know what I'm saying? So that's where she's talking about because he called her ugly. Because he said, look, ugly. I was like, bitch, what? So for you to go on a little IG tirade and trying to attest, oh, this man's the mother of his 3 children, oh, and ironically dead at 32 on my birthday. Azealia Banks is a horrible human being to even think to conflate the two issues. First of all, why are you holding on? You know how many people have probably called her ugly in life who probably meant that they thought she was ugly? I don't think she looks ugly. I think she has an ugly spirit. I think she has an ugly ego. And I feel like when he said, he did not mean you are an ugly person because you are a dark-skinned person. I don't think that had anything to do with it. Not nothing. Also, the fact that she maybe was saying, oh, because Cardi B, is light-skinned and I'm dark-skinned, that means it was a colorist joke. I was like, bitch, what? Right. I'm like, she must have never watched the show. Because when I had to go look for and see, I'm like, what was said on the show? I thought that he said something like really mean to her and like said something like bad. Now, after he said that, she then said, oh, you look like the gay guy who said he wasn't gay anymore, but he like dick. So she then started trying to crack jokes on him. And he then said, which I found, he said, man, you the one who wouldn't get braces off, but kept the little studs. And he was cracking jokes. But I feel like Wild 'N Out of the shows where whatever they think is funny, it may be insulting, yes. Because they have fat people on the show who they talk about their weight. They have short folk like it's whatever your thing is. They will crack a joke about it. They have women on there who have no ass. They crack a joke. The white girl on there, they talk about her being white. I feel like that show, Wild 'Em Out, to me is I don't think anyone there is trying to be malicious. And for her to try to connect the two and as if, well, that's what you get. Now this girl, I was like, she's a horrible human being. And I've never supported her anyway, so I don't really care. But I feel like I want to, and who does that when someone is going, his children lost their mama. That's the kind of person she is. So when anyone starts to feel bad for her, don't. Just don't. Now, let's get into it. Get into it. Let's get into it. Into it. Let's get into it. Into it. Yeah, yeah. Let's get into it. Into it. Because it is time for the bull of the shit. Okay? We done got all the other stuff out of the way. And now it is time for this. Okay? Now it is time for this. This fool right here. Okay? I told y'all he was live for an hour. I got it down to 28 minutes. Okay? Let the foolishness begin. Thank you, Jaylee, the lovely, talented, and oh so witty Jaylee. Okay, for recommending. Yes, y'all. I told y'all I'd have you watch it. Go watch Run the World. Okay. Why is he when? I don't know. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? He out here in his little white beater. So Bishop Robert was out here live yesterday for the foolishness, and it's time to get into. But y'all know I need to take one little second and like the video, please. Because liking is the thing to do. Okay. So the signal's still been done. So I'm not going to screen long. Okay. I'll pop on screen because I want y'all to be able to see everything. But hi to all the people. Okay. Now, Bishop Robbery is trying to sue everybody. Not just somebody's, everybody. Okay. Bishop Robbery really feel like anybody who says his name, anybody who does anything that mentions his name, that he can just sue. Okay? And so he live today to have a conversation with himself and folks watching. Okay? And y'all know a watch along is me talking through what he's saying, you know. So let's get to it. Now, yes.
Tag, let everybody know we on here, y'all. We on here, ready to rock and roll. Let me see what I'm gonna play, man. I want to see what I want to play. I just want to burn out.
Now, half the time he was around there, he was playing some music. I can't play that sound. Luckily, I was able to cut all that out. Okay, he be trying to have praise and worship because he say that cut out all the foolish people. That cut out all the people who feel like, you know what I'm saying? He ain't so whatever.
All the haters and everybody just want to come up here for the tea. I'm gonna talk about the lawsuit. We're gonna get all the way into it, but we're gonna get some Holy Ghost. Y'all give me some fire because we love the Lord here. And the reason why I'm coming up here today is because I'm tired of people trying to scare Christians. I'm different. So stop with inboxes. Be an example, Bishop. I am an example.
Of what? That's the weird thing. Okay, y'all let me know while I'm on screen if it gets too weird with the sound or the thing. He wanna keep saying I'm different. I'm different. I'm different. We know that's our problem. Okay, is that you don't get sometimes your differentness is a bit extra.
10 toes down. You will not walk over me. You will not run over me. You say something to me, I'm saying it back to you. I'm a businessman.
Are you? Are you? Look. When I was like, why is he inside that shirt? Is he trolling? I said, is the bishop out here trying to have thirst traps? Because why he around here? Because where your suits at? You got a regular hang shirt. Now maybe he wants to say, I'm regular. I'm not always in my Feliciaga. I'm not always in my Fucci. Okay, I'm not always in my Gindy. Okay, I'm not always around here and other stuff. But I was like, okay, this is my thing. He may 100% be a full-fledged businessman. I think the thing people be wondering, okay, is what is your business? You know, I feel like if you have a real business that is really in this world, wouldn't you want us to support it? So, like, wouldn't you want to tell us what it is? I don't know what he be doing. I don't know.
Well, they want to hit all type of different scriptures. Oh, Bishop, you need to forgive. I forgive. I forgive. Yes, I forgive. But I can still file lawsuit. We're going to talk about that, y'all, because they think Christians are punks.
No, we don't. No, we don't. I think it's a weird thing that he make it seem as if bloggers or whoever, people only mess with Christians. It's like, no. I don't think he realized when he just preach and do his word of God and all that stuff, nobody talks about any of that. Nobody messes with him as far as him being a Christian, person or whatever. It's when you get into all the other stuff that people comment on. I've never seen anyone comment on him as a pastor. My thing is, whoever goes to him for their pastoring, that's on them. That ain't on me. He ain't my bishop. He ain't my bishop. Now, would I go to him for prayer? I would not. I am very careful who I allow to pray for me. And if somebody around here can't control their own emotions, how or why would I want them to pray with me and be my pastor, my bishop? But some folk like that, man. That's on them.
That narrative is done. Okay? Turn the other cheek. When I turn, I'm gonna hand you a lawsuit.
Sir, why? Why?
Amen? Period, point blank. They don't do it to my Muslim brothers. They don't do it to my Jewish brothers. They don't do it to nobody else. Talk about us. No, they don't talk about them because they know if you talk about them, you lie on them, you are going to hear from their lawyers. But in our community, oh, Bishop, you're messy. No, I'm a businessman.
If you say so, look, I don't get why he makes it seem as if nobody talks about other people. Because the business of blogging, of gossiping, of foolishness or whatever, people talk about whatever is going on. And again, whenever he's in, like, no one watches his Sunday sermons and dissects them and talk about him. No. However, when you get caught up, when you are charged and accused of things, people do have a conversation. But they do that with anybody who has something. And in my opinion, the difference between what he do and other folk of different things, like a Muslim, whatever, they shut up. When some people, when real rich folk get in trouble, they shut up and they lawyers talk. There be people who have trouble going on and we forget why, because they don't say shit. They lawyers talk. But when you are accused of things, when you are arrested for things, when you are being charged with things, and you keep talking, people gonna talk about what you're saying. Because y'all know, for me, we only discuss what he say. We not around here talking about other people's opinions on Bishop Robert. No, ma'am. No, sir. We base all of our conversation based on exactly what he said. And I've always said this from the beginning. I said, I don't get why he has now went somewhere and sat down and hushed up. Let your lawyers do the talking. People would have less stuff to come at him about if he would have stopped talking and kept preaching. If he would have stopped talking and kept preaching, to me, he would not have gotten into the trouble he's gotten himself into.
Let's go. I've been filing lawsuits, and I thank God.
I had to speed it up because he had music playing at that point, so it's going to be sped up a little bit faster.
For my legal team. I thank God for my legal team. They are just amazing. And I thank God for Brian Ponda, my civil lawyer, Don Florio, Declan, Melina, all of them, my whole team. Like I got a whole legal team. See, when you reach a certain level, you gotta have a legal team. I don't care what it is. You gotta have a legal team.
This is the gotcha. He has a whole legal team. As he just said, he just named 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 people. He said he has a whole legal team. However, what he never do is allow them to speak for him. What he never does is allow them to do their job so that he's not caught up in anything he said. Because you know how I know when you are on a hook for charges, when people are accusing you of things, the police, the lawyers, the courts are looking for evidence. And each time you go live and each time you say something, they watching. You're giving evidence because you're talking. I can't, and the fact that we've never seen, as he said, I got a whole team. Where they at? Where they at though? Where they at? Where they at though? Where they at? Because in my opinion, okay, cool, you have a team, let them speak.
And they gotta be ready to bite. Because we are living in an age, y'all, where people are getting paid for views. I ain't never get paid for no views.
That's fine.
Right? I'm not, like I told them bloggers before, I said, I'm not into the views. I'm not into the blogging. That's y'all world. But let's get into these lawsuits. So, the lawsuit paperwork that I will be posting tonight, and we're going to see how Tasha K dodged this one.
He didn't post nothing. So, it's from the last time I looked at his page, he did not post any paperwork or whatever it was that he was going to be doing. I didn't see anything posted paperwork from Tasha K. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, he always say gonna post something, but he doesn't. But whatever.
But yes, the lawsuit, I will be suing Tasha K for a lot of money. And I know y'all saying, well, Bishop, she ain't got no money. Well, I'm gonna own everything. And I understand that Cardi B just hit her for $4 million. Thank you, Cardi. But I'm gonna clean everything else up. And I need y'all to understand lawsuits, right? I went to an event over the weekend, and I seen some major networks. And they came to me and they said, Bishop, man, I want to interview you so bad, man, but the network, they don't want us to interview because you live outside the box. You say what you want to say.
First of all, that's what networks love, because networks want ratings. So if he's alleging that major people from major networks is telling him secretly in private, okay, that they want to interview him, but we can't get you outside. No. TV shows love that. They do. So I don't believe that he has major network. Now, do I believe people want to talk to him sometimes? Sure. I don't believe major networks want to talk to him. I don't believe it. I believe some people do. Because my thing is, before any of the actual scamming rumors of him came out, when the robbery first happened, that was the time that folks wanted to talk to him. And even then, he wasn't really on any major networks. When the robbery happened, that was a huge story. It was on all the blogs. And at that point in time, no major network wanted to talk to him. So, in my opinion, why would major networks want to talk to him now that he's been accused of these crimes? For what? For okay. I do feel like the people who want to talk to him, he talked to. Because we've seen this fool, he did in no tea, no shade, Mark Lamont Hill, who interviewed him on the grill, nobody really knew what that was, but he agreed to go on it. No one knew who that was. So you mean to tell me that all the major networks, all of them scared to talk to you because he's outside the box? I don't fully believe that to be true.
And I said, no problem. I said, no problem. I said, it's no problem. I said, y'all be back. Because let me tell y'all something about Bishop Whitehead. Y'all will never, ever put me in a box. All of these so-called church musicians that are posting under like y'all really understand God. Maybe you do, maybe you don't, but you don't understand me. All of y'all in the inbox, everybody saying, well, Bishop, why don't you be an example? I am an example. I'm an example to a culture that loves Jesus, and we don't wear baggy pants. We don't look like our mothers. We don't look like our fathers, and we don't serve our mother's God and our father's God. We learn God for ourselves. So when they say, oh, Bishop such and such will never, I know because I'm Bishop Whitehead. I handle things different.
We know. We don't understand it, but we know. And he consistently wants to be compared to other people. And I feel like I don't think he needs to be like other people. He can be him. I just don't understand why he never focuses on the preaching. And I feel like he realizes that when he just preaches, no one pays any attention. He realizes that when he gets to fussing and fussing and fussing, people start watching. So he can make it seem as if I don't care about the views and this and that. How do you not care about the views if your church is online? You have an online church. Don't you need views to reach people? You may mean that you don't get paid for your views because you're not monetized through IG or through YouTube or through whatever, okay? But you care about the views. If you did not, why are you on live?
I handle things different. Let me turn this down, y'all, so y'all can hear me. Yeah, so I handle things different, right? I'm not afraid. So many people, I can't wait for you to go to jail. Why do you want me to go to jail for what? What did I do to you? I ain't did nothing to you.
I mean, you ain't nothing to me. You ain't did nothing to me. That we know. Nothing to me. I have never said I can't wait for him. I ain't never said that. I always say whatever he's accused of, it should go to court, and whatever the court say should be handled. Okay? The court should handle it, and that's it. So I feel like he listens to the trolls who be trolling and take that as everybody around here feel the same way. No, folks troll you because they see they can get to you.
I'm just me. Y'all worried about how I dress, what I drive, where I live. And the crazy thing about it, y'all believe everything you hear.
Well, if you say it, should we not believe you? Because around here on JayLeesCorner, we believe what you say. Well, not one way. Let me not say that, okay? We get our information that we judge from you. And if you are accused of something and that accusation and the charges are made public, why are we not to believe that you are being accused of something? I believe you have been accused of things. I've never said that you did it, but I have said, well, there's an accusation. He's been charged. We have to see how it goes out. I don't think he understands how much information he puts out himself.
And when vindication comes, just like how y'all did with the robbery. Oh, he set the robbery up. He set his church up. Y'all was killing me for 2 months straight. 2.5 months. Strong. Everybody. And then when you found out that I had nothing to do with it, you just got quiet.
No, when people found out that the police arrested 2 of the 3 alleged robbers, people reported that. There was nothing else to go on after that. And again, most people who was calling him who most people who were saying they felt like he had something to do with it, it wasn't really people in the media. Those were people in the comment section. That's the crazy part. People in the comment section were saying crazy things. I know for a fact, I said, I don't know what the fuck happened. What I said was, they did not rob the church. I said they robbed him and his wife. Because they didn't take anything from the church. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like, again, he's taking things that trolls said and using it as facts. As in, everybody said this.
So after you destroyed and damaged my character, damaged my companies, you damaged my family, you damaged my church, because all those words trickle. All those words trickle.
Trickle. Okay. So he has a point in saying, well, before no one knew me, you know, I was in New York. I think he's in Brooklyn or whatever. No one knew me, so I was able to work and do things because people didn't really know me like that. Then I became the bling bling bishop. Okay, people outside of my borough realized I'm around. Okay, people in other states realize I'm around. Okay, and so me trying to move and do business, I can't now because the world created the same things about me. I feel like if you know people and you've been this person your whole life or whatever, or however long, and if there's no one to vouch for you and your character, my question is, what does that say? Because all this time, we still ain't seen nobody stand up and vouch for him as a good person. Since this happened, we've seen old stuff from years ago, people speaking of him, but I don't recall seeing anything since the robbery. Since they was robbed, I have not seen anybody come up and say, hey, he's a great person. He doesn't do anything wrong. Like, you had, like, where your friends, like, where your best friend, where your best cousin, where the wife ain't said shit. So I feel like he complains about how strangers ruined him. I'm like, you should be more pissed and saying nobody who knew you defended you. Because to me, strangers who don't know you having an opinion should not matter when you have people who know you who stand up for you.
All those words trickle. And don't worry about them, y'all. I'm blocking certain people. Anyway, but those words hurt family. Those words hurt children. I got children that you can Google, and you have liars like Tasha K. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. I'm just being so real with you.
Now, his beef with Tasha K is something separate. Him and those charges of him when he's accused, all that stuff was one thing. Him and Tasha K shit, I think, is a completely different situation.
I ain't never have an argument with Tasha K. So all the stuff that she went on talking about, that she set me straight and me and her had an argument, she's lying. Literally. Hold on a second. Let me turn this light down.
I don't know what happened when two people who we feel like say stuff. Because the thing about it is, Tasha K, who, you know, was sued by Cardi B, you know, and people like Tasha K was saying things that were not true. So that's his way of saying Tasha K is a liar. Because she went to court for things she said on her channel, was found, you know, guilty or whatever. So people will forever say she has lied about stuff in her life. Not everything. There are things she said on her channel that people will say is not true. Okay? So him saying, well, she's a liar. She's a liar. Now, I will say it's the first time I've heard him talking. He did not sound like he was lying. He sounded like he really feel like we never had an argument. I think they had a conversation about stuff and it wasn't a full argument. I think Tasha felt one way, he felt another way, and they never discussed it. And she probably felt like I stopped fucking with him, and he felt like it wasn't a big issue. So it's weird.
Listen, y'all, she's lying. Y'all know if I had a disagreement with someone, I'll tell y'all. I would tell you, I would say, yeah, man, I had a disagreement. I said, we never had a disagreement. When she lost that lawsuit with Cardi B, and she appealed it, and she...
Y'all, we've watched him a lot. I need y'all to just say to me, if this is the first time you've heard him talk, and he don't sound like he making sure he don't sound like he putting 20 on 10.
Lost the appeal, and they started to, and then Cardi B moved to start garnishing her wages. That's when she started with me. She had to get her numbers back up, I guess. So she created all of these lies, talking about I wanted her to get into to get into the investigation. Let me tell y'all something. Tasha K is all cap.
I don't believe that. I feel like we seen him on live asking Tasha K to come on the live. We've seen him on the lives without Tasha K saying how wait till this come out, wait till that, wait. I still feel like him saying me and Tasha K never had an argument. I think he's being truthful in that point. He don't feel like they had an argument. Now, when Tasha was on her app talking about him, and I brought it up yesterday, I said when somebody asked him about his beef with her, he did seem like, well, no, we're fine. He seemed genuinely confused on what someone was saying she said. Then he went and watched what she said. He then came out and was like, she on, she was a shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He then was denying that it even happened. But somebody did tell him, like, she said that you and y'all was fucked, and he like, man, we fine. So he did seem genuinely surprised on the last bit a couple weeks ago, I think, like maybe 2 weeks ago. So it was weird. It's weird. But he's making it seem as if before that, we did not see him on his own IG lives talking about Larry Reid, the accusations and that stuff, and him bringing up Tasha K all the time. So it do seem like he was talking to her and wanted it to be more exposure against Larry because he don't like Larry.
Now, she might get certain things from people that is fact, but I'm telling y'all, she was cool with me. We was cool. We ain't never had no problem. So when I got the text messages too. I might post them. But I said, I said, Tasha, I'm hearing that you going at me. You threw me under the bus. What's up? She ain't reply. Because I didn't know what was going on. I did not know what was going on.
All he knew was, we ain't talking, but ain't no issue. That's what he felt like. But I'm like, Tasha's point was, I stopped talking to him because of how he made me feel about things. So she stopped talking to him.
So she flipped on me. And I didn't want to believe this, but a month or two ago, I heard that Larry Reid paid her off. And that's why she stopped talking about Larry Reid being, I believe, I spoke to the guy who I believe, Levantre. And there's other, and then Tasha K hit me, was like, yo, she said, I need this other pastor. I need him because that's the one that Larry Reid slept with and gave a disease to. I need that one. We got to get him. So I will post all of it, y'all. Like I'll screenshot it and post it up.
He ain't post nothing, y'all. So he's saying all this stuff and ain't post no proof.
And she's like, I need it. And she texted me, she showed me his church and everything. And I'm saying to myself, like, yo, like, so when I'm hearing that she throwing me under the bus, I'm like, yo, what in the world are you talking about? And then she comes up with a story. She finds out that Foxy Brown is my little cousin. And
I had no idea that Foxy Brown, the ill Nana, is Bishop Whitehead, Bishop Robbery, little cousin. No idea. And for him to say, well, everybody know, I'm like, everybody don't know that? Because when Tasha was on her app saying Bishop Robbery and the El Nana Foxy Brown was around here, scheming and scamming, I was like, Foxy, he was the one who said, she my cousin. I was like, sir, no, that wasn't a known fact at all. The same way, you know, Sierra from Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, her fiance, that dude Eric, I think Eric is related to they have the same last name. His name was Eric Whitehead. And I'm like, it can't be that many Whiteheads in, you know, the world. And he also was working with Bishop Robbery like a year or two ago during the pandemic. So I'm like, I think that's his cousin. So we don't know what's going on around here. Okay, everybody to see what girl.
She comes up with a story that Foxy Brown and me are scamming people. Where did that come from? She started this, right? And I'm saying to myself, and then she started going on and on and on. Y'all gonna see the lawsuit. All of this stuff is spelled out in the lawsuit.
Now, if he took the video that she did, if his lawyers take the video, I got this. Oh, this thing looks so bad. If his lawyers take that video that she did before she took it down, but she said she took it down. I don't know. If they listen to that, that would be a case, in my opinion, because if I recall, she wasn't saying allegedly. She was like, "This stuff I know, and if I know it, then the feds gonna know too." And the first time I heard anything about Bishop Robbery doing scheming and scamming with Foxy Brown was through her, was through her. So if he sued her for that, that may be some Cardi B shit. I'm just saying.
Amen. And I'm going to let y'all see it all. But let me tell y'all something about us as Christians, right? Stop using the Bible against you. Stop using the Bible against you. Stop, oh, Bishop, you gotta forgive. I forgave, but the law has given me the ability to sue and protect my name.
Not that God giving our lawyers. I agree. If you are a brand, you need to protect your brand. I agree.
She's a liar.
No one has came out to defend him. Not no cousin. Foxy Brown didn't come out and say that wasn't me. His wife and came out and said, that ain't my husband. No one has came out in defense of Bishop Robbery. We really even haven't heard from his lawyers. Like each press conference he did, he was the one talking. Like we have not heard from anybody except him.
She's a liar. And y'all have to understand that. She has to get YouTube views, so therefore she can get money. I'm telling y'all.
Well, first of all, the video where she said all that wasn't on YouTube. All that was on her app. So I'm not saying she don't want views one way or the other. What I will say is what he's saying that she said. Tasha did not say that stuff on YouTube. Right. Thank you, Superstar. He don't have a devil's advocate or nothing. We never heard nobody speak up for him ever. And I think most folks kept on saying, well, at least his wife should be the one to say, like, at least the wife could come and even she haven't said nothing. So he's the one out here, defending himself.
So in our culture, we have to learn the law. I don't mess with a lot of preachers. I don't have a lot of preacher friends. I don't have a lot of bishop friends. You want to know why? I'm different. Period, point blank. You know what I mean? And it's just like we have to start holding people, right, Michelle, accountable. We got to start holding people accountable. So when I sue, and I got a few more lawsuits coming out too. I got a few more people that I'm gonna hit, and y'all gonna be seeing within the next week or so. But everybody's gonna get hit. Everybody's gonna get hit. Tasha K, a young African American sister. I remember I told her, I said, "Yo, man, you mad cool. You know what I said? Mad cool. You remind me of a sister." And she was like, "Yeah." And then you flip because there's no loyalty. There's no loyalty among us.
Well, that's not true. I feel like people can be like, you can feel like somebody cool. That don't mean they loyal. Some folk ain't loyal, but some folk is. You have to know who to trust. And I feel like Tasha said, like, they weren't friends. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think Tasha felt like she owed him any loyalty. I think Tasha is always like, I'm going with the story. You know what I'm saying?
No loyalty. And y'all want to sit here and talk about, oh, Bishop stole the church. Go on Accurus. That's all you got to do. For every unintelligent person that's want to talk about that, go on Accurus. Go on Accurus. Look, somebody said he got 2 followers. That's what I'm talking about. Go on Accurus. Go on Accurus, and you'll be able to see who owns property, who owns the property. Go on Accurus. But y'all want to run around, oh, he stole the church, he did this. Listen, man, stop letting people lie to y'all.
I feel like people feel like he did not own that church the right way. That all got to play out in court. But I still feel like people felt like he was sneaking how he got the church. They felt he evicted people and wasn't supposed to. And then once the judge said they can come back, people still felt like, well, it must have been something that you ain't do right because why they in there? So, I mean, but that's still up in the courts right now.
Tasha K is capped, and she's going to pay for it now. Yeah, she's going to pay for it. And I don't care if she got money or not. She going to give me mine for defaming my name and defaming my family. Yes. Yes, the Whitehead name is iconic.
I said, what? The Whitehead name is iconic. I said, whatever. Look, he's supposed to believe that he is iconic. He's supposed to be there. But I said, crickets. Crickets. You know? And you want to defend your brand. You want to defend your name. However, crickets. Because, bro, like, he really believes these things. That's what's crazy.
Point blank. And we have to understand how to protect ourselves. I don't care nothing y'all talking about as far as, oh, Bishop, you being messy. How am I being messy because I'm putting out a lawsuit?
Well, the lawsuit ain't was messy. The lawsuit ain't was messy. Your online lives are what's messy. I feel like if you want to sue someone, sue them. That's what the court is for. But your actions on social media, when you be fussing with people, that's what be messy.
No, you just don't understand the game. You just don't understand business. This world is business, not emotions. And our culture, our African-American culture, we have been bamboozled for too long, man. Step your game up, step your mind up, man. They trying to take us out. Because at the end of the day, when black on black crime happened, nobody's marching. When black on black crime happened, nobody's supporting. Nobody's supporting.
That's not true. I feel like we come together when we come together. He's upset because no one has come together for him. He feel like black people did not, come together for him. We did not march for him. But we march and come together for other things.
We are so hypocritical. And the pastors come out when they want to come out. They don't come out when they want. Me, I'm outside. I'm outside.
We see you every day in your car, riding around and getting it. Okay, we see you outside. We just wonder where you're going. Where you going?
I saw the baby, a day ago, 2 days ago.
Anybody using the baby as a defense mechanism is desperate. Okay? Not the baby.
And he came, he said, Bishop, man, yo, man, thank you so much. We talked for a minute, and he's like, yo, I appreciate you. I said, thank you, brother. And I ain't gonna go into the other conversation, but these rapping guys, right?
Who else was that the baby?
When they say they appreciate me, these actors, actresses.
Who?
When the regular gang member on the street, the
Who?
regular doctors and lawyers and stockbrokers.
Where? Show them. Who are they? Give us a name. Again, he always talks about people support. And my thing is, if he had not saying if he had people speak up for him, that means he's guilty or innocent. My only point is he speaks about so many people who support him, but we never see it. We never see him with anybody. No one ever speaks up for him. No one, it's anonymously supporters that we never see.
And I'm naming these people because they're outside of the church. So when they say that
you didn't name anybody, you named professions. These rappers and doctors, and you didn't name people. You didn't name John the Builder. Okay, you didn't name Dr. Anderson. You didn't name Claire Huxtable, attorney at law. You don't ever name people. You just name some professions.
they respect me, I don't need the church world to respect me. I don't need the people in the church to respect me, because it's not about saving people that's already saved. It's about showing the people that's not saved who God is and what God can do. So I don't care about what y'all talk about in the church.
We know you don't care.
Oh, well, he ain't got no Holy Ghost. Well, guess what? Real recognize real.
But who's like what's real? I just need what's real. What part is real? Let me know.
And if you don't recognize me, then something wrong with you.
But if I don't recognize you, don't that mean you not real? Because if real recognize real and I don't recognize you, wouldn't that mean that you not real? If real recognize real and we don't recognize each other, then we both not real. I don't know.
Period. In 2018, 50 Cent gave his life to God.
No, oh Lord. You went from the baby. You went from the baby as your scapegoat to 50 Cent. So 5 years ago, 50 Cent gave his life to Jesus under your ministry. You do know 50 Cent is also a jerk. I'm just wondering. It makes sense now.
In my ministry.
I would not brag that. I would not. And who else can you talk? Again, we had the baby and now 50 Cent.
Period.
Oh,
people are getting.
I hit the wrong button. Shit. Let me fast forward it, y'all. I know I was at least about 7 to 8 minutes in. Let's see.
Go on Accurate. Look, somebody said he got 2 followers. That's what. In 2018,
Boom.
50 Cent gave his life to God. In my ministry. Period. And a host of other artists.
Who? Drop some names. Rod Digger, Busta Rhymes, Missy Elliott, Lloyd Banks, Young Buck, The Game. Who? Timbaland, Magoo. Who? What have you? I always say he do bring up stuff that he did years ago. He bring up things he did years ago. I'm like, okay, what have you done currently for the people? Who have you saved currently for people? How are you even out here keeping yourself in a positive mind frame if you always round here upset?
A host of other artists. And at the end of the day, the enemy, the devil, is always going to attack the one that's destroying his kingdom.
We know that. The devil be busy around here. We know that. We be trying to keep the devil's feet off our ground. Okay? We know that.
And this is fact. Right? And at the end of the day, we need to understand that none of us are perfect.
We know we're not. I 100% agree.
But we're striving for perfection.
I'm not.
Right? What about talking to the young brothers and the young sisters that's on the streets? What about talking to the doctors, the lawyers, the stockbrokers, the actresses, the actors, the musicians? What about giving them a powerful word that will change their life? Because they're the ones that's influences.
But aren't they regular people? I feel like those are still regular people. Like, it's regular people. What do you mean?
You and your little church, the only thing you worried about is the same church members to come to the church. So therefore you can pay your bills. Nah, the bishop is outside. I'm going through litigation with my building right now, but I'm still online. Why? Because I can go in there and change the locks or whatever, because I own the building. But I don't gotta do that. Let my lawyers handle it.
I don't. Okay. Yeah, I know he making them shit. You making them shit. You know what I'm saying? Girl, bye.
Simple. It's about business and it's about soul saving. That's what it's about. And I was doing free real estate classes, right? Tons of people was getting free information.
Where? Can you bring somebody on from one of your live classes who you've taught how to do real estate? Like, can someone vouch for you helping them do something?
Right? Buying property, flipping property, doing this, doing that. And one of the young ladies that was in my class that I didn't even know was a young lady that I had to throw out the church who they claimed I choked when they know I didn't. And now she's all over the place hashtagging me.
Is she hashtagging you? Y'all know what that means. That means he around here searching his hashtags. Because how do you know she hashtagging you unless you around there looking for your hashtag?
Oh, the viral. Like, go get married somewhere. Go get a man. Go get a job. Leave Bishop Whitehead alone. Right? And
Not a man or a job, so she's single and got it. How you know? How you know, sir?
let's get back to Tasha K, right? Because that's what she wants. So I'll give it to her a little bit. She wants Bishop Whitehead to say her name, so therefore people that don't know her can start following her.
Not people knew Tasha K before your church got robbed. I wonder, do you know that? Like, he really be saying stuff like people really need him for attention, while he be around here begging people to come back to his church. If your name ring bells, why don't it ring bells for yourself? I'm just wondering. I'm wondering if your name ring bells, and if your name made YouTubers hundreds of thousands of dollars, you know what I mean? Why does it not do the same for you?
She is a fraud. I'm telling y'all. With Bishop Whitehead, I ain't never have no argument with this girl. Right? So now she's gonna have to feel the wrath. And like I told, like I got texting, she texting my lawyer, telling me, is it true that Bishop such and such? Why are you texting my lawyer? My lawyer is not texting you back. The only thing my lawyer texts you back was, look at your email.
So he posted the other day, you know, Tasha's, I say he probably was posting that because Tasha was asking his lawyer something. So when he made that post, like maybe 2 days ago, maybe yesterday, when he posted it yesterday, saying, you know, the bishop said that you have a recording of us talking. Is that true? So I'm like, that mean y'all in cahoots a little bit, because your lawyer should be like, who would tell her that? And why would you be on live telling folks what you have against somebody you suing?
So all content you got with Bishop Whitehead, remove it. You got 24 hours. Period.
I don't know. Look, I think there's a difference in content accusing him of things that he's saying take it down, versus people talking about him in a commentary way, but it's not accusing him of anything. I don't think you can force anybody to take down a conversation about them when it's based on public information. Like, if you are a public figure, which he is, and you have charges against you, which he does, and you are consistently on social media, which he is, I think people will have a conversation about what you're putting out there. I'm just saying. That's
how we handle business. Legally. We ain't got to go smack nobody. We ain't got to do none of that. Period. Oh, my husband knows karate. Man, nobody from the streets care about nobody knowing no karate. All right, so you can get his karate kid behind and tell him to go sit down somewhere. Then I heard he talking. Oh, don't worry, we'll get... Man, Negro, please. I'm the bishop, man. All right? Period, point blank. And at the end...
What does that mean? You're the bishop. Has that stopped anybody else from coming at you? Has that stopped any charges that you've been accused of was bishop. Like what? I'm the bishop, but you haven't stopped anything. Like it's crazy because since the robbery, everything has went the left for you. Everything went left. So when someone says, I'm the bishop, but what you was the bishop when you got robbed. You was the bishop, you know what I'm saying, when all these other things happen. So what does the bishop mean?
At the end of the day, you know, they can't continue to think that they can bully us, man, as Christians, y'all. And they cannot bully us, man. They ain't bullying me. So, Tasha K is a fraud. And she will be, man, she gonna try to duck service like crazy. That's what they do. They try to duck service. So she'll be getting handed a nice, thick piece of paperwork called lawsuit. All right? And get your money up. Because now it's time to go to court.
Not get your money up. Y'all know he's suing all these people. And I feel like, why are you suing so many people? Like, why are so many people being sued? Why? Like, how does that happen? I just wonder. Because I feel like eventually lawyers gonna run out of time. Like, they don't have nobody else on the roster. It's just you. And you having them sue everybody? Everybody? Okay.
Get your money up. And that's what it is. And everybody that want to talk about Bishop Whitehead, oh, that's their opinion. No problem. No problem. If you feel that's your opinion, all you have to do is get your bag up and get your lawyer. That's it.
Nobody needs a lawyer for an opinion. That's the crazy part. Like, he's really talking as if can't nobody talk about me. Fool, people talk about Jesus. People talk about the president of the United States. People talk about everybody. The only part that I think he's right in saying is if somebody is saying something derogatory about him, okay, maybe. If someone is saying something, if they're accusing him of things that he did not do, that's that. But you can't talk as if nobody can talk about you, which is public knowledge about you. That ain't right.
That's it. Period. Why do you think they don't talk about wealthy people? Why do you think they don't really go hard at the wealthy people? Because they know that lawyer go, you've been served, and they start shutting up. And they start really watching their words. They talk about a influencer or a celebrity, but they watch their word. Oh yeah. Don't worry. She gonna get hers too. Yeah, all of them getting this. All of them that's talking, they all getting it. All of them getting it. Don't worry, they're gonna have they gonna. You've been served. Let's go.
That ain't even how it go. That's not even how life works. It's weird. You wasting your money and your time. You really are. Because, like, what happened with the other lawsuits you have? Like, why have we not heard nothing about them? Have those people been served? Sir, stop it.
Because my team right now is going through all the video, writing everything down, because we moved to win. Just like what do you call a girl name? What's the reject? The expired singer. What's her name, y'all? The one I'm suing. Miss Jones. Yeah, she called me a whole drug dealer. And told people, don't come to my church. If you go to Bishop Whitehead Church, you're going to get robbed. What, are you kidding me? And a host of other stuff. So I sued her for $50 million. Her and the radio station, 94.7.
He trying to sue Miss Jones, the radio lady, for $50 million. Now, I don't know why anyone would say, oh, he is a blah, 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 blah. You should not do that. Now, you can say it seemed like he on some bullshit, okay? That's an opinion, but you cannot say, well, so-and-so is doing this. But you trying to sue the, okay.
And then they had to send us over the transcripts of what happened that day. Bring some more. We up to $150 million.
He trying to sue everybody for money he know he will never get. Because That radio station don't have 50 million, let alone 50 million. I'm just saying.
Let's go. How you gonna call me a drug dealer? I'm a businessman. So when people Google that, they see a major radio station calling Bishop Whitehead a drug dealer.
That's not true. I feel like no one has even been able to find what she said. I feel like whatever she said was for sure on air. And I'm pretty sure it probably just did not get repeated. You know what I'm saying? But the fact that someone told you that is what was said, that's because they told you what was said. And the crazy part is, if you Google his actual name, the only stuff that come up is the stuff from what he was accused of with the Fed. When the feds press charges, if you Google his name, that's what come up. Nothing that Tasha K said, nothing that Ms. Jones said, nothing. None of that comes up. However, if you Google his actual name, everything that's going on in the courts comes up. The robbery comes up. His old prison charges come up. Nothing comes up from anywhere of what was said about him on a radio show. Nothing. So I feel like he be looking for shit. He be looking for what he's being told is being said about him. And because he looks for it. Because if you Google him, like he just said if you Google him, what Miss Jones said come up. I Googled him, it ain't gonna come up. I did what he suggested. And when I Googled it, that ain't what I saw. It isn't. I'm just saying it isn't. And I'm gonna show it because I can't call me no. You Google that man's actual name. If you Google his actual name, this is what comes up. Deed theft, fake bank records, accusing the 5 million. But this is all stuff that was going on. That stuff that's going on in the courts. Nothing. I don't see anything of him being accused of being. I don't see none of that shit he's saying that Miss Jones said. Nothing. Him being hit with a $5 million lawsuit. Accused of being false documents. So all the stuff that come up has nothing to do with anybody's opinion of him. It is only stuff he's been found to be accused of in a court of law. Something that the people have. If stuff that come up is stuff that you're to go and pay to file against him. Nothing Tasha K said. Hell, when you Google his name, Larry Reed don't even come up. I'm just saying. Y'all heard him just say, if you Google my name, what comes up is what she said. And I said, well, I want to see because I kept trying to figure out what she said because I couldn't find it. And so I followed his direction. And he said, and I said, well, that ain't what happened. And even right here on the little side thing, it says his name, born in 1978, children, Jaden Lamore, Soraya, and Heaven. Criminal penalty 5 years at Sing Sing Correctional. Who the fuck put Sing Sing? Was he really in Sing Sing? I don't know. Criminal status, he's a convicted felon. Organization, leaders up to, so it's all I'm saying is he said it.
What's to do with that? So now, killing my deals because of your stupidity. You gotta pay for that.
Now, you want to blame Miss Jones for killing deals, but I Googled you and nothing she said came up.
You gotta pay for that. I said a whole bunch of other stuff that we amended and added more and slid that.
I feel like he's gonna have to prove that what she said made an effect. Like he would have, in my opinion, I'm thinking he would have to prove that what she said was heard by people and people ran with it. And someone told him because of what Miss Jones said, we cannot do business. My thing is, no one knew what she said. You said it. No one had any idea what Miss Jones said until he told us she said stuff, because no one was listening. So to me, you made the information more public than she did.
So you put, and all you little YouTubers, y'all think
Who, me? Hey.
just because y'all gonna, they're gonna post it all over the place, Bishop Whitehead soon. So you gonna get that little bit of fame. But what's gonna happen when you gotta pay that lawyer?
I ain't gonna need a lawyer. Because having conversation is not against the law.
What's gonna happen when you gotta pay that lawyer, right? Because silver lawyers ain't cheap. And you get somebody weak, and we gonna super crush you quicker. You're gonna get crushed anyway, but get somebody weak, and we gonna super duper crush you quick.
What he's trying to do, he's trying, in my opinion, to make YouTubers feel like if y'all talk about me, I'm gonna sue y'all. So stop talking about me because y'all can afford it. And I feel like, first of all, sir, you're a public figure. Public figure. And as long as people are not accusing you of things and putting falsehoods out, you can't say they can't talk about you.
And I'm letting you know, my legal team ain't playing. And we're about that business and we're about that life. Now, for all of these preachers, right, that are behind the scenes and throwing rocks, right? I know who most of you are. And I see how y'all doing this prophet, who's a good man, right? He said, I hope your money's long, because he's suing. You see, let me tell y'all something. That's what I want to do. I want to start this trend, right? Where we start shutting down these liars. Shutting them down.
Yes, people should 100% shut down liars. Anybody who's a liar, who out here lying and deceiving, should be shut down. Anybody, anyone who people feel like they lying, we as the people should push to have them shut down, because liars are bad people. Okay, so Bishop is saying anybody that's a liar, that is out here lying for whatever the reason may be, should be shut down. And so we gonna hope all the liars who is getting called out will be shut down.
Put the bag up. Shut them up. Because remember, your children, my children, Google or YouTube, and then you got to see this lion, purple, brown, green hair monster, right?
Monster? Did he call Natasha K a monster because her hair color be changing? That's crazy. And why your kids Googling you? Like, who kids Google them? Like, for what? Like, when he says stuff like my kids, why your kids Googling you? I feel like Blue Ivy not at home Googling her mom and daddy. I don't think Blue Ivy around here Googling Jay-Z and would see that Jay-Z sold drugs and marketed products when he was younger. Okay, I don't think Madonna's daughter Lourdes, when she was a kid, was around here Googling Madonna. I don't think Rihanna and ASAP Rocky's son, Lil RZA, gonna be out here Googling his parents. Why your kids Googling you? Don't they know you? What they looking for?
See, you're gonna talk about, his teeth, I have nice teeth. I do what I want to do, right? But you can't do what you want to do with your face, Tasha. You see, I don't have to change my face, right? You look like SpongeBob, right? Like, and I don't.
Not SpongeBob. This man called Tasha SpongeBob. Tasha look like SpongeBob. Look, He say he got nice teeth. I mean, Tasha be cracking jokes because he's missing a tooth in the back. Saying Tasha, first of all, SpongeBob ain't built like Tasha. Tasha got ass and hips and boobs. SpongeBob flat all the way around. Tasha ain't built like SpongeBob. That's just not true. You know. Tasha can stop. She built like his wife. I'm just saying. You know. And you know, but yeah, that's why I always say people should not be around here talking about how people look, because it can go back and forth. And if she tease him on how he look and how he missing tooth, and she say that she built like SpongeBob, that's on them.
I don't get into it with women, right? And that's why you got to tell you.
I mean, you do. We've seen you get into it with women. Like you're into it. You are suing Miss Jones into it with women. You're suing Tasha K and having a whole lot of her into it with women. You are literally, you went off on the day past the Genesis on the live with Larry Reid and started all this shit. You do be fussing with women.
Your husband will call me. But the only reason why I gotta address you is because you just foul and you're a liar. Right? You're foul and you're a liar. Right? I take care of myself. Nobody will never see Bishop hands dirty. I get my facial done every 2 weeks. Right? Like I am a very neat person, right?
What does that matter?
Neat person. You ain't gonna see my shirts wrinkled. I'm a very, very neat person.
I think because them threads, you know, them Fuji threads is different. You know, I don't think they wrinkle.
I always smell good. I don't know about your husband, and I don't know about y'all husbands or boyfriends, right? But I know about me, right? I know about me. Right? And I know that the word of God has taught me to be intelligent. Right? And we have to be intelligent Christians. We got to be intelligent Christians. We got to be able to teach one another how not to fight or how not to shoot somebody and do it the legal. Now we got to protect ourselves. That's why we got security. That's why you see me with security. You see, like.
We don't see you with security. I've never seen you with security. You always in your car by yourself. You have church in your office by yourself. But I've never seen you in person. So maybe in person, you anywhere else, you have security. But I've never seen it.
You gotta protect yourself because these people want clickbait. You know, and listen, y'all, right? I want a church because, you know, the robbery tore my church up. The indictment tore my church up. All these bloggers tore my church up. Right?
Why you blaming everybody? This is the kicker. He's saying everything tore his church up as if he has never done anything to make anyone look at him in any kind of way. It's everybody else. To me, when the robbery happens, that could have been a plus for your church had you just kept preaching. In my opinion, because he kept going left and right, fussing with folks, that's what made the church have a negative light. Because after the robbery, once he got on live with Larry Reid and was fussing and going off about the Genesis lady and calling her fat and Biggie Big and all that, once he did that, that's when folks jumped on the bandwagon of, wait, who was that man? Wait, what happened? And people started paying attention because of what he did. And then once they seen the Baby Shower Cathedral, okay, and the chairs and all that stuff, they wonder more stuff. So I feel like he likes blaming everybody and everything, you know, around the sun.
I still got a lot of followers and stuff like that. But I want to build a church. I want to build a church with real people. Right?
Is your church with fake people?
That's not afraid to love God, but follow the word of God, right? That follows the word of God, right? Because God loves us, y'all. Real talk, man. And I'm just being honest with y'all. God loves y'all. And that's why when y'all see I don't give two damns about what these people talking about, you want to know why? Because I done been down to the bottom.
I mean, we feel like you care, Because you come on here and tell us how much you don't care.
Many times. And the only one that was there for me was God. And even right now, so many people that told me they loved me turned their back on me. It crushed me.
That's the gotcha right there. That man hurt. His feelings is hurt. Why he's going, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. He cared. He mad. He upset. Because nobody who he felt like would support him is supporting him in this time of debauchery and shit. Okay? He upset.
When I tell you it crushed me, it hurt. My heart is still hurting for the ones that turned their back on me. And I'm just keeping it real with y'all. But this word right here is not a game. I don't care about your money. God got all the money. But it's your duty to give to whatever ministry that you're in. That's your duty, according to the word of God. I ain't begging you.
I mean, you can, it's kind of a beg. So his thing is, y'all left my church. Y'all not tithing. You're supposed to tithe. You're supposed to give money to your church, and y'all ain't giving me no money. That's what he's saying.
You do what you want to do. Oh, he's robbing the church. For what? When God got all the money. When the favor of the Lord is on your life, why do you got to take something from anybody? Listen to this, y'all. I'm going to read something to you, right?
Y'all, he was preaching or trying to preach throughout this thing. I cut out as a lot of it. Now, it's only 8 minutes left. It ain't 8 minutes of preaching because I don't believe in posting somebody preaching who I don't feel is a bishop to me. So, but he was saying stuff to support his rhetoric.
And this is I'm gonna lose probably a lot more haters that just jumped on. Right? I'm gonna read something to you, right? Watch this, y'all. I'm gonna read this to you. In 1 Kings chapter 3. Because I need y'all to get this, and I need y'all to get a real understanding of who I serve. 1 Kings chapter 3. It says, verse 3, and Solomon loved the Lord. You see right there? You have to love the Lord. When you love the Lord, you focus on God. You don't worry about nobody else. Well, Bishop, why are you talking about Tasha K? Because you have to expose the enemy. I'm not worried about her, but I want to expose the enemy. When I speak about someone, doesn't mean I'm worried about them. But at the end of the day, we have to identify what the enemy looks like, right? And I'm not saying that Tasha K, fleshly, is the enemy. It's her spirit. She's a liar. She's a deceiver. Okay? She's a liar. She's a deceiver. You have to understand the Bible says in Ephesians chapter 6, verses 10 through 18, it says, we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but we wrestle against spirits and principalities and high places. Understand, this is a spiritual warfare. So the spirit that she has is a lying spirit.
Y'all think Tasha K gonna sue him for calling her a liar? Y'all think Tasha gonna pull this video up and take him to court and say, he on there calling me a liar? So do y'all think the same way he took Tasha K video and things she said about him, can she take what he's saying about her and say, he said, God said, I'm a liar. I got a lying spirit.
It is a perverted spirit. There's something called the spirit of perversion. What is the spirit of perversion? The spirit of perversion comes in to destroy God's original intent. And this is why I expose these lames and these haters like Larry Reed. He
always take it back to Larry Reed. If don't nothing else happen, he gonna go back to Larry Reed.
Young boy that I know, that I met, Levantre. I believe Levantre. And now nobody wants to talk about it. And he admitted it. But nobody wants to talk about it.
I don't recall Larry Reed ever admitting that, so that's not a fact that I want to be thought about on my channel.
Right? Tasha K is a liar. She lied against Cardi B, and she's lying on me. So she got to pay Cardi B. And now here comes a lawsuit from Bishop Whitehead because she has the spirit of perversion. So all of you church folk that want to sit here and talk about, oh, you messy. No, this is the word of God. Watch this. And I am but a little child. I know not how to go out or come in. I need y'all to understand, it's all right if you don't know.
That means I don't know what I'm doing. And I need y'all to know I don't know what I'm doing. Now, he's going to always use, because Tasha K has lost his lawsuit with Cardi B, people will always try to say she's a liar because she lied on Cardi B. Cardi B will forever tie to Tasha K because anytime anyone feels some kind of way, they're going to say, well, she lied on Cardi B, she lied on me.
Wisdom. Talk to God. Solomon is taking over the throne, and he says, you did all of this for my father David, right? And now you put me in his place when he died. I don't know. I don't know how to lead your people. And it's the same thing with me. I'm a young bishop. I'm a young apostle. I'm a young prophet. And I'm from these streets. I'm very corporate.
Very corporate? Where? What kind of corporation?
I'm well versed. I'm well rounded. But no pastor helped me get to where I am. No one helped me build my church. No one helped me grow my church. They didn't help me.
No, we can see that.
I was but a little child. And that's why I don't owe anybody anything. That's why they cannot sway me or buy me. Wisdom. I'm not in bed with none of them. Wisdom. They don't have dirt on me. Wisdom.
Well, that doesn't mean they can't blackmail you. It's like, for me, I feel like you not associated with other people does not make you smarter than other people. That's my opinion.
And I don't care what people got to say about me. I don't care. I don't screenshot care. I don't care. I don't care. Watch this, y'all. This is why I don't care when y'all talk about, well, Bishop such and such would never do that. You want to know why I don't care? Because I'm Bishop Whitehead. And 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 12 says, I have done according to the words. I've given you wisdom and an understanding heart. And it says, so that there was none like thee before, neither after thee shall any arise like unto thee. So I don't need to try to be like somebody else, because God says he made me an anomaly. He made me something that the world has never seen before. Someone that's going to stand 10 toes down. Someone that's going to fight for what he believes in. Someone that's not going to back down. And you are not going to scare me out of my position.
But we've never seen this before.
That's right, you bloggers, you liars. I'm going to sue you. You come for me, I'm coming right back at you. You talk crazy to me, I'm going to come right back at you if you're worth it, right? Because what you've been doing is you've been destroying the church, and you've been sitting here bullying the church because you know that we have to be Christ-like. That's
not what? You know what? Can a blogger sue him for lying on the blogger? Is he going to sue folk who he feel like they lied? So can people sue him for him assuming stuff and saying things about bloggers? I'm just wondering.
To turn the other cheek. We have to forgive. So therefore, you have poked the lion. Let me tell y'all something about a lion.
Not poking a lion. They're poking on lions. They're bears. And no one pokes bears either. Okay? But sir, you're being extra.
Right? A lion can have patience. But if you keep poking the lion will always still be a lion. I ain't never seen a lion turn into a dove. So when that lion...
I mean, Simba was really nice. Mufasa was really nice. It was Scar that we should be afraid of.
Lion roar and bite back at you. Don't sit here and act like that the lion was supposed to be a dove. No, a lion is a lion. I'm just a saved lion. And I need y'all to get that understanding. We are doing lawsuits this summer, okay? Lawsuits. You talk about me, I'm suing you. Period. Point blank. I'm coming for the bag, right? And if you ain't got the bag, guess what? I'm putting a lien on everything you own, and you're going to be paying me for the rest of your life. I ain't got time to play no games, all right? Period, point blank. Legacy. That's what the Whitehead name is. Legacy.
I mean, I agree. The Whitehead name will forever be known in one way or the other. You have for sure created a legacy that folks will remember for a couple more years.
Nobody comes behind Bishop Whitehead. Legacy. My children, legacy. My children's children, legacy. And you are not going to destroy the Whitehead name. So if
we don't want to destroy the Whitehead name. It's up to the Whitehead named to not destroy their name's sake.
You come for me. Be ready to get this. You've been served. You've been served. Amen? So, I'm done. I wanted to just get that off my chest. I ain't disrespect nobody. I ain't yelling at nobody.
He told Tasha K that she looked like SpongeBob. But okay.
Nobody can say that Bishop Whitehead did anything false prophet, right? I know. But you're on my page. I tell y'all something else, right? So y'all just put in legacy, y'all. Put legacy. Just put legacy. You need to be covered by someone that is unbothered, right? Unbothered. You know, and I lost a lot of members because they wanted me to be in a box. Oh, my family feels this way. Well, do your family go to church? No. All right. So how are you listening to people? And even if they do go to church, they will tell you to stick with your pastor.
I feel like no one is going to say stick with somebody who they feel like isn't thinking about the congregation. You know what I'm saying? I feel like some folks felt like people did not care about the congregation, more about care about the self, okay? And if you feel like your pastor, your bishop, your you know what I'm saying, the person is not thinking about the whole flock, that may make some folk leave.
Right? I'm on every Sunday at 10 a.m., y'all. Amen. And if y'all want a good word, y'all want a solid word, y'all want a taught word, I teach the Bible, y'all. I teach the Bible. And I want
He teaches a lot of folk learn stuff, you know, because they want to know how to use stuff.
y'all to always have strength, strength in this time, right? And don't lose your swag, y'all. Don't
Not your swag. Why? How about don't lose the spirit of God? How about that?
lose your
God. Don't lose God.
don't lose you because of how. Don't lose you, y'all. Everybody want to put you in a box on how they see you and how they want you to be, right? Do you? It's between you and God.
Well, yeah, that's the or the devil. You know, the or the devil.
Right? It's
You can go either way.
between you and God. When I tell you, they all turned their back on me.
Oh, who was they are? Who? Because I know they. Because we really wonder where the wife at. Where the wife at?
This go round? Woo-hoo. I know what it is, y'all.
Y'all think he had a Vaseline stick off to the side? He always just put his finger in it and get gloss for his lips.
I know what it is. And all that does is takes me to a deeper place of prayer. And it takes me to a place where I can hear God in a different way.
Okay. Okay. If you say so.
I can hear God in a different way. When everybody turn their back on you, and everybody leave you, right? You hear God in a different way. You see God in a different way. I'm telling y'all, man.
How does God see you? Has God told you how he sees you?
And for the ones that are under a preacher, a pastor, and that's your pastor, and he's doing what he got to do, stick with him, man. Because it's hard out here, man. It's rough out here. It's really rough out here. And anybody that was a part of Lisa tomorrow and you want to come back, come on back. Come on.
If you left the church, come on back. Come on back.
Back, man. Hit me on the inbox or call me if you got my phone number.
Yeah, inbox me. DM me to come back to the church. You can't come back to the building. We don't have a building. But you can watch me on social media on Sundays.
I hope y'all come on over to Lisa Tomorrow International Ministries. Amen. We will be back in the building in the next few weeks, right in Brooklyn. But, however, you can inbox me and my team will reach out to you and get together. Love you guys with the love of Jesus. Stay focused, stay firm. 10 toes down. Y'all was great. Hashtag lawsuits.
That's y'all bishop. That's y'all bishop. That's your man's. That's your man's. Y'all, if that man out here getting, man, look. If that man out here pulling out lawsuits all summer, we're gonna have watch alongs all summer. Now, if he send me a lawsuit, that's when I'm gonna make hundreds of thousands. Look. If he try to sue me, I'm gonna make hundreds of thousands, okay? But I am very careful in how I discuss Bishop robbery, okay? I never accuse him of nothing. We just watch his stuff and we have conversations, okay? However, that is the end of the show, okay? I hope everybody had a good time. Unless something happens tomorrow, because I got a hair appointment. So if I have a live tomorrow, y'all, it'll probably be at 9:30 and it will probably be just an hour. So I'm thinking tomorrow at 9:30, we'll have a quick little hour, nightly talk show. So I will see y'all tomorrow around 9:30. Thank y'all for being around here. Okay, we had a good ass time. Okay, a good ass time was had by all and whatnot. And I want y'all to be sure to subscribe to my channel, to like the video. You can comment in the comment section. You can follow me on social media at JayLeesCorner on ID, Twitter, and TikTok. Please hit that share button and please come back tomorrow at 9:30 or whatever time I'm done my hair appointment. So between like 9:15 and 9:30, okay? We'll have a quick little chit chat tomorrow. But I love you all. Please be safe, be safe, be safe, be safe. Again, if you are in the area where the air is really bad because of the fires in Canada, be safe, be safe, be safe. Okay, I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I gotta go. Bye-bye.